Today I'm showing you the no fuss method to join your cushion panels together and sew in a zipper with zero stress, no sewing machine and nothing but a darning needle. So what do we need to get started? The cushion pad, your prepared cushion panels, some scissors, crochet hook, the zipper, the yarn you use to make the panels and a darning needle, and some pins. Now the zipper should have plastic teeth. We're going to cut it back later. But some tips before you start. Get your cushion pad first. It just makes it easier. I find it easier to make my panels fit the pad rather than the other way round. And I make my panels rather than making them in the round, just so I can add a border later on to make them fit. And I like to make my panels about an inch smaller than the cushion pad, just to keep the cushion fluffy. And here's my zip. It should be slightly longer than the panel because we're going to cut it back later and have these plastic teeth. And yes, I know it's white. I would have had green, but it was what was in my stash. When I join my panels, I put right sides facing out and I crochet all the way around, leaving this gap. So starting at an inch in from the edges, and that's where you're going to push your cushion pad in later. So start about an inch in from a corner, matching your stitches. You're going to work into the back loops of each side. So pull a loop through, chain one to secure, and then single crochet in that same space, or double crochet if you're in the UK. And we're going to do the same, work into those two inner loops, working your single crochets. I'm going to work all the way around to about an inch in on that bottom edge. When you get to that point, so you've got about an inch either side and you've got this gap, we're now going to work along this one side and along the back individually, working a single crochet into the back loop only. That is mimicking what you've done when you joined your edges. Just makes it look really neat. So work along to that edge. When I get to the join, I like to take my loop off the hook, push the hook through from back to front, and then pull that loop through. I just think that makes a nice neat edge. You can do what you like, that's just my preference. And then you're going to continue the same way along the other side. Back loop only. So when you reach this other side, the end, just cut your yarn, pull it through, pop it onto a darning needle, and to finish this edge, this is just my preference, I like to push my needle through both loops of one stitch on the other side and then back through the next stitch, then I secure it. It's just the way I like to do things. You can do whatever you like. Make sure you secure the yarn on the back. So I go back and forth a couple of times and then cut the tail off. Do that on the other side as well. Make sure you don't come through to the front. Cut that tail off. And now you've got a nice, neat opening. This is the bit most people panic about, but don't worry, just push that zipper head right in there into that join. And then you're going to pin it so that the edge overlaps the teeth. Just make sure you put enough pins in here. Pin all the way along. And when you get to this end, don't worry, it's longer. We're going to cut it back. But for now, just tuck it in. You've got to sew into there, so make sure you put a pin in that end to secure the end of the tape. And do the same the other side. Taking the yarn that you used to make the actual panel, so no special yarn here, just what you have, we're going to work along this edge, kind of around the posts of that single crochet row. Start back here in the border. It can be a bit fiddly. Try and keep close to the teeth, but pull your yarn through. And make sure you leave an end for darning later. So we're going to do just a running stitch along that top edge, making sure we're covering those teeth. Now don't worry about the neatness. You can be super neat here, but I don't think it's worth it. Just keep doing your running stitches. They look fine. So work your way all the way to the end. When you get to the zipper head side, it can be a bit fiddly. Make sure you are still covering the zip and sew right to the end of the zipper tape. For the other side, I zip the zip up and then I fold everything in and I match the other side to the side you've just done, so the edges should meet. Pin along, try not to pin into the back, and making sure those edges butt together. When you're done, you can unzip the zipper, readjust your pins and add some if you need to. And then you're going to sew all the way along in a similar way. So you can see I've made my running stitches, and you can see how the edges match the edge of the crochet and the zipper. So again, when you get to the zipper head side, it can be fiddly. This bit here we're going to cut off later, so don't worry. Work some stitches into the seam, and then we're going to do a bit of over sewing just there. Stop the zipper head coming off the end. Now this looks like it's the zipper head side, but actually it's the edge of the, or the end of the tape. It's because we've unzipped the zip. Make sure you secure your yarn and then push the tail through to the back and cut off, because we don't want that getting caught in the zip. Do the same on the other side. Do a bit of over sewing. Pushing the tail through to the back and cutting back. And now, because it's plastic teeth, we can just cut that end off and make it look neater. Darn in all the other ends. Don't forget to push those tails through to the back to stop them getting caught in the zip. I like to darn mine into the seam as well. And there you have it. Your no fuss zipper. So all that's left now is to stuff it, zip it, fluff it, and you've got your perfect cushion cover with zipper. If this helped you finish a project today, do let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.